How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Main Stand podcast. On this week's episode, we have three guests, Owen, Reese, and JJ. We'll be talking about their favourite clubs and the Premier League. So, in the jump, we'll get straight into it and hope you enjoy the episode.
Indeed, I'm looking forward to this one.
Thank you for the support recently.
We actually got quite a few views and we've got some subs, so that's good.
Yeah, it means a lot. We'll wait for them to join. Then we'll get straight into it. So, we're going to talk about Man United, Liverpool, Newcastle, and the Premier League.
Right, Owen started.
Come
We've
on, boys.
started the podcast, by the way.
Up the Newcastle. What a result.
Didn't even watch it.
Not for Newcastle, no.
You didn't watch it?
No, you
Right,
didn't.
I know them. I don't care. Still beat you.
No. All right, cool. Well, you were picked
right.
in, so
Just waiting on Reese, and then we can kickstart.
I don't care. I didn't watch it. Still beat you, man.
Callum Wilson sucks. He can't score against a good keeper.
Right, Reese
I mean,
is in.
he's got to get your best two keepers, Robin Olsen and John Pickford now. Two braces as well. Yeah, and you can't score against our secondary keeper.
True.
Nah, Darlow's the best keeper in the league.
If you want to say that, I don't want to agree with you because I just don't
Settle
think he
down.
is.
Settle down. Right, so Reese, because you didn't hear, we are underway. The podcast is recording.
Okay.
Is he speaking? Is he there? Yeah.
He's there. I'm here.
Yeah. JJ, what are you? Just a sound check.
I'm here.
He's here.
Right, cracking.
Okay, so we'll get started.
Yep, you go.
So, quick opinions. Who's going to win the league?
Leicester.
City.
Good shout.
Leicester.
City.
Okay.
I reckon Man City.
Yeah, I think
Gage?
didn't really Everton shouts.
Man City.
Man City, yeah.
Oh, after today's result, I think maybe City, but I'm still.
You know what though? An underdog. I actually really, I really do think West Ham could pull madness. You know.
Yeah, West Ham are
So,
pushing
what?
something still. Yeah, West Ham. Yeah.
What
Wow.
title?
Against Liverpool
I can
tomorrow.
back it. I can back it.
They have Lingardinho. Of course they will.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Good point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Man
best-
have won it.
Best
It's already
player,
done.
Creative midfielder.
best player in the Premier there. Best player in the Premier is.
All right, so
He is the best player.
I'm not sure what to say about that one, Owen.
He is. To say.
Lord Lingard.
Exactly.
Lingard
The Lord Lingard. Absolute unit.
Right.
He is.
I think I'm going to kick this on by talking about Liverpool first. These questions are directed at Reese.
Obviously.
Right,
any of
Reese.
you want to chime in, you can do.
Yeah. Right, Reese. So we're going to kickstart here. First of all, do you think you can win the league?
No. Not
No.
Is there
Yes.
any explanation why?
I think City just look too good this year. I think they're going to run
Yeah.
away with it again.
Yeah, I can back
We
that.
do not look confident against big teams this year.
Guess we don't qualify as a big team.
Mostly because
We've drawn 7 games this year, and the draw
Yeah.
cost us 2 years ago when we finished with 97 points.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
big reason Van Dijk.
we talk about that actually. You've played only 20 games in the Premier this season. You've only won 10. You've drew 7 and you've lost 3. Obviously, you are scheduled to play West Ham tomorrow night. You've scored 40 goals. Well, I say you, Liverpool. They've scored 40 goals and they've also conceded 23. And out of that 20 games, they've only got 6 clean sheets, which is a lot different to what it was last year.
Yeah, very different from last year's.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
I think it's hopefully terrible considering it's Liverpool. But
Yeah.
we need to remember our main keeper got injured during the season.
Yeah.
We've had terrible defensive injuries, which can't be helped, but that plays a key factor in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does a lot, really, yeah.
Van Dijk especially.
Yeah. Speaking of centre backs,
Big loss.
yeah, big loss. Speaking of centre backs, obviously Virgil van Dijk is out for the rest of the season. Matip is due to return tomorrow against West Ham. No Fabinho for at least a week, and then Gomez's injury return is yet unknown. However, there's still some time left in the transfer window. And funnily enough, Klopp got asked by this the other day by a reporter, and he got asked about it, and his response was, "I'm not sure there's an £80 million centre back available at this moment." And then he said, "In fact, I'm sure there's not." Is it necessary to need to go out and spend £80 million on centre back?
No.
No, not at all.
Yeah, there has actually been some heavy linkage there's been a lot of rumours about a possible loan option for Diop from West Ham to Liverpool.
Yeah, I've read that.
I read the Socrates from Arsenal being a free transfer to come in.
No,
The Socrates one, but I feel like that would not be. He's not Liverpool standards.
But neither's Mustafi, who he's also linked with.
I think they should bring in that Ozan Kabak from Schalke. Young, has potential.
Yeah,
couldn't do a job.
Good shout.
Yeah,
bring Kabak, and he's a good shout back, hopefully.
We've also been, in the last couple of hours, we've been with Romain Sayas from Wolves.
Ooh! Yeah, I like Sayas.
I could see him in a Liverpool shirt, actually.
Sayas is decent. Sayas is good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's also been a very good link with Mustafi to Liverpool.
Ooh.
But the problem with Mustafi is very mistake-prone. He tends to make a lot of mistakes. Last year, he had the most mistakes in the league, leading to goals.
Oh, God. I don't know about Mustafi.
Yeah, but to be fair, with the right coaching...
To balance the argument out, look at that team Mustafi was in last season at Arsenal.
Yeah, true.
Good point, yeah. They didn't have a good defence.
So
they went through 3-4 managers last year.
Yeah.
He was playing next to David Luiz or Socrates.
Yeah.
Socrates ain't amazing, is he?
No.
I think as well, he came from Valencia, didn't he?
He looked really good at his time in Spain.
Yeah, he looked like a very good
move.
Yeah.
His first season at Arsenal wasn't too bad. He's just dropped off since.
Yeah.
Yeah, good at first, yeah.
They've also been linked with Mbappe. Obviously, Mbappe.
But every team linked to Mbappe. It's a problem with that. Everyone linked to him nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah, Liverpool key. Like
yeah, but Liverpool are showing a lot of extra interest. Like I believe.
Yeah, so Real Madrid.
That rumour first started because we got the Nike deal for the kits this season.
Yeah.
And because obviously Mbappe is the big Nike superstar at the minute.
But then, Real Madrid have got favourites to be signing them.
But that's a good point. But if you think about it, and I'm sure, I don't know, someone will back me up on this. If they have the choice to go to Madrid or Liverpool, who are they going to pick? Because my opinion, I think Real Madrid and Barcelona are at that stage now where they're just dropping off, and Atletico Madrid will rise. No.
You cannot put you can't throw Barcelona on that centre. Madrid are still top form. Barca dropped since this whole the president leaving, Messi wanting to go, and they can't find a replacement for Neymar. It's just been a whole shambles.
Did Real Madrid make it past the?
They made it to the top four.
They did, yeah.
They lost 2-1 today. To Levante.
They lost to Levante today, to be honest. Yeah, that's true. They did lose to Levante today.
And then they also lost to in the Champions League a lot to I can't remember. Who was it? Shakhtar. They lost to Shakhtar as well in the Champions League.
Shakhtar was a shock one though. They actually had a good Champions League. They just got knocked out, and they still got knocked out in the Europa League.
Yeah, well, they didn't just beat Real Madrid. On the night, they battered Madrid.
Yeah,
they did.
Humiliated.
They were 3-0 up at half time.
And you know, if you actually think of it, the centre backs, like the defence that Real Madrid have, you know, Sergio Ramos, you know, he's been there for years, and he'll probably still be there, you know, for a couple of years.
Still yet to sign the contract. He's holding off.
Yeah. And, you know, Eder Militao doesn't look like the centre-back they want him to be.
Yeah, well, he's clearly not. He got red card after 9 minutes today.
Yeah.
And then,
Varane 9 minutes into the match. Right at the centre-back he was. Look at last season against City. He made mistake after mistake and mistake and got himself knocked out.
Yeah.
Clunky centre-back.
He is. And it is, you know...
That's true, but in his defence, all good centre backs have bad games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And remember, when City attack you, they attack well.
Oh,
You've got
yeah,
all different
pressure.
angles to try and cover.
Sterling,
That
Mahrez,
pressure as well.
Jesus, Aguero.
I mean,
De
yeah, but to
Bruyne.
be fair as well, talking about City, even off the ball, Pep Guardiola's a system where it's 7-second press, isn't it? As soon as they lose the ball, 3 players press for 7 seconds and then go back.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Pep's come into that job and just changed City in a whole different way, and it's too.
Well,
good.
have you noticed the difference between, I'm going to say, City and Chelsea? City tend to sign 2 or 3 players every window, possibly, well, sometimes even not 2 players, and then they adapt them into that team. Now, the reason why obviously Chelsea were doing bad was because Lampard bought 6-7 people and expected them to gel straight away. That is obviously why Chelsea was in a bad form.
No, I think you expect him to gel, but I think he's just looked and gone. I've got hundreds of millions to spend, sign big names. Think it's going to do well somewhere. Got big names in the club now. They're going to work.
They have.
Nothing's worked.
Is it fair to throw all the blame on Frank Lampard?
Oh no,
absolutely not.
Yeah. He had 6 months to try and get Havertz, Werner, and Thiago Silva all to gel together. It ain't going to work in 6 months' time. You give him like 1-2 years, maybe. Not 6 months. Never. You didn't get given enough time.
Track record of doing this to managers.
Well, they're firm on the book, didn't they?
Sarri, Conte.
Roberto Di Matteo won them the Champions League 6 months later. He's sacked because he's not having a great season.
Because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Lampard last season, he had a transfer ban. He got them top 4, last 16 of the Champions League, and took them to a final in his first season.
Conte came in, they were like 15th, he won the league. Yeah, later got sacked.
They're just after short-term success, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, I think Chelsea, because of the owner being fucking Roman Abramovich, he's like saying, okay, manager come in, title, not title, nothing. He wants titles every year, so he's going to fight. If he's not winning it second, get a new one in.
Tuchel will be gone in 18 months anyway.
Oh, Tuchel's not a good manager, though. He's not a good manager. He's been at PSG and Dortmund, and he got sacked by PSG saying getting the top, you want first by Christmas.
Yeah.
You've got the best players to handle, and you're not getting in the second or first. Stupid.
Yeah. With, obviously, Chelsea, Tuchel has a habit as well of falling out with the hierarchy of the business. Which obviously don't help his favour at all. Anyway, back on topic. Do Liverpool need a striker?
See, there's a yes and a no side.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, can you explain why you don't think they need a striker?
Yeah, because we've got Firmino, we've got Divock Origi, we've got Jota to come back from injury.
Yeah,
he's scheduled to come back in about 2 weeks.
Salah can play a striker, so there's 5 options there. Plus Minamino when you play that centre forward role.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of cover. As much as you don't see it, we do have a lot of cover there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, to be honest, yeah.
Right. What is your thoughts on Liverpool's recent form? I told you I've got a heat of questions coming up.
It's not great.
It's not Liverpool standards.
No, it's not all. I think if we get top 4 this season, that'll be an accomplishment for us this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Really, because we're so inconsistent this year. We're a shadow of a team that we was last year.
Yeah. I can agree with that. But obviously, that doesn't mean injuries, yeah.
And we've got set back by a lot of injuries. And plus, people know how to come at Liverpool and play against Liverpool now.
Oh, yeah. They've realised now Van Dijk's gone, they've got a weak side of a centre-back. They can just aim at him.
No, I'm not actually talking about the defensive. I'm talking about let's say for the Newcastle game example, because you all sat back and parked the bus, we didn't have a plan B to attack you. We're pinging it out to Trent all the time with Robertson. Yes, okay.
Yeah, Trent and Robert have got too much independence on themselves. They've got they're the ones they're the priority of your team right now.
Speaking of Trent and Robertson, actually, did you know that Robertson has had the most touches in the league this season, and not only just that,
really?
Trent Alexander-Arnold comes in 3rd place in that list, and Jordan Henderson comes in 6th. So in the top 6 players who've had the most touches, Trent, Henderson, and Robbo.
Robbo definitely, because like if you're watching games when you watch Liverpool play, like you've got Trent getting most touches, but you see Robbo, he's up and down that wing all the time, making passes, getting into the box. He's one of the best left backs I'll say second best in the world.
I just feel like
second best. I'll still say.
I just feel like they try to do too much sometimes when they get in and around the box and whatever. That's just what I think.
Yeah,
it's not simple. They try too hard to make it look easy, but they don't go the easy way around it. Make it look hard.
As good as he is, Mo Salah is so greedy. It frustrates me at times to watch.
Well, actually, talk about that.
I'm so glad someone said this.
Yeah, you talk about that because Salah this season, he's played, I think it's 17 games in the Premier season.
Yeah.
Out of the possible 20, he's the top goal scorer in the league with 13 goals, and he's had 60 shots.
60?
He's only had 3 assists out of 17 games. Now, that is because
he's not possessive,
he's greedy.
Thank you.
That on it.
Okay, we say greedy.
Into the assist, the thing that I will say is we haven't been on goal scoring form either.
No, you are.
He would have put people in them chances, but if they're not taking them, that just
funny you
like
say that. Going back to the point where I made, Liverpool obviously played 20 games in the Premier season, and they've scored 40 goals, right? Which you think
still good. That's still good
per game. 2 goals per game. However, if you actually look at last season's stats, the first 20 games in the Premier League, they actually had 48 goals. So they've got 8 less goals in the first 20 games. And they've got 7 more goals conceded.
But the thing is, this season, even though we haven't scored a lot, we're actually the top goal-scoring team in the Premier League this year.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
What's your opinion on that, Alex?
Quite hard to say about Liverpool, but no, they are good. It's just the form they're on. It's they beat Tottenham, so it's looking promising. It's looking up.
Yeah, but now
I'd say I've said for like 2 years straight, Salah needs to pass.
Oh yeah,
Of course, he really does.
He doesn't look up. He just goes for goals. I mean, he's good at shooting.
Yeah,
but he's not going to score every shot, so he needs to realise that. I don't know.
They'll be back soon anyway.
Well, we've all talked about the title race. You look at it today. If Arsenal won, Liverpool win their next game, they're back in second.
Yeah,
it's close. The league's dead close. The league's so close.
I generally do think
it's still in it.
It's slowly becoming the championship. Where it's just so close and just so.
It's 5 or 6. It's 5 or 6 teams in for this title this year.
Yeah,
it's so good to see.
Yeah,
it is a lot better than having just 2 top teams and then like a 20-point gap between everyone. In my opinion, I think it's a lot better.
Yeah, there's teams in there that you want to expect. West Ham are 5th.
Yeah.
I know West Ham's like 5th. Yeah, it's a madness.
You've got Everton 2 points outside the top 5. Aston Villa, they're only 5 points out of the top 5.
Yeah.
There was a team that nearly went down last year until the last game of the season.
Yeah. Right, another question I've got for you. Do you think Robertson and Trent, and there's 2 segments to this question, segment 1, the best duo in world football at this minute, defensive-wise, and the second part is the best defensive duo of all time?
No.
What about you?
I'll answer your second one first.
What, of all time?
No.
Yeah, definitely not.
No.
If you look at all the past,
who do you think
Man
is
United
that?
have been... It's hard to say because there's obviously been a lot of different eras of football. You look back to Man United, they had Gary Neville one side, Dennis Irwin on the other side.
Yeah.
You've had Barcelona when they had Dani Alves at his best and Jordi Alba.
Yeah. I mean, especially like with Madrid, They've had a few. I mean, there's so many. Yeah.
There's too many to say who's been the best of all time.
Are we talking left back, right back though, or just defence duos together?
Fullbacks.
Fullbacks.
Yeah,
That's it. So
fullbacks,
you're talking like full defenders, and you're going centre backs, Baresi, Maldini. You're not beating them.
Yeah.
They had the best duo to probably create a football pitch.
Right now, then I'll say yeah.
What you want about?
Right now.
Firmino and Henderson.
Fullback.
Right now, right this second, I'd say they're the best right now. Yeah.
Right now, yeah. There's no one.
Because
There's no fullback.
when them two are on form,
Yeah.
they're the best.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
Right. To end off. Apologies. To end off. Yeah, thank you. To end off this Liverpool. What's your prediction for tomorrow against West Ham?
1-1.
3-0.
JJ?
What?
No, 3-1 Liverpool.
What is your prediction for the West Ham Liverpool game tomorrow?
2-0 to Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool.
2-0 Liverpool.
I'll say 3-1 Liverpool.
What about you, Reese? I think I'm personally going to go 4-1 Liverpool.
Jesus.
Ooh.
West Ham are still good. I think Lingard will bag a goal. I'm not even joking. It's Lingard.
Nah, I
He used
think
to do it.
their goal scorer, I think, will be Simon Ramo.
I think we won one to be a close game.
Ramo or Bowen.
Is Reese alive? Did he answer?
Reese.
No.
My headphones stopped working.
Oh,
Oh, that's alright.
Yeah.
mine might in a minute.
Yeah, did you hear the question?
I think that's when to stop working again.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, I think the game's will be close tomorrow. I think West Ham are in good form. You know, Lingard will help them out with the attacking options.
True. However,
It will be.
Oh.
There you go.
sorry, Alex.
I like him back.
Like, I think he's lagging a bit. Anyway, whilst you will invite him back. Yeah. Anyway, tomorrow, I do think if Liverpool get on form, obviously Matip's back, so they'll have a centre back, and I think they'll probably play Matip and Henderson at the back, which isn't awful. You know,
It's kicked me out.
yeah, I'll just say Alex is inviting him back. Yeah, so with tomorrow's game, I don't think it'll be close at all. Yes, they're on good form. Liverpool are. West Ham are. No, sorry, Liverpool aren't. West Ham are. However, can Liverpool, win? Will West Ham get an upset? I don't know.
No, I think it's tie.
Be a close game. Maybe, but I'm saying on 3-1 Liverpool though, I think.
Yeah.
In fact,
They'll
will
just have
split it
too
back
much
up.
for him, I think.
I'm
Right,
the technical
back.
difficulties. We're back.
Yeah.
You can tell.
We're back. We moved.
He's back.
Right, Reece, did you hear the question?
No, what was it?
It was a West Ham prediction for tomorrow. Owen said 3-1. Alex, what did
Yeah.
you say?
1-1.
What did you say,
2-0
JJ?
Liverpool.
And I went with 4-1 Liverpool.
Liverpool 3-2.
2-2. Ooh.
Not bad.
Oh, that's so close.
The
That's so
players
close.
they've got who are scoring at the minute, Souček, Antonio, Declan Rice can come out with something.
Yeah.
See, I said side by Ramo or Bowen will score.
They have actually
That's
got some
Lingard.
good players, haven't they? When you actually break it down, West Ham
If Jesse
scored.
Lingard starts
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
going,
No, he's not. I don't think he's allowed. I don't think he signed. I think he signed too late into it to play.
I think
Yeah.
that will actually benefit Liverpool because that takes a big attacking option.
Maybe a bench, but I don't think he'll start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Souček though, he's a one to be watching, isn't he?
He
Nowadays,
scored
He's
two,
one to
he scored
watch.
2 goals
He is.
in their last game.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he's got 4 goals in his last 6 appearances in the Prem.
Yeah, I think he's on like 7 goals. I think he's on
If
like 7
they-
goals this season.
They get
No,
a
yeah, he's
corner
on
or a
7
free kick, just
No.
find his great header, so they find him in the box, cause some problems.
Yeah.
They did that against us.
Right.
Mm.
Alex, you want to take it away with the questions about
Crap.
United?
Yeah. Well, that was torture.
Oh,
25 minutes for
United.
Liverpool.
What?
Here he is, the man.
Oh,
That's a listen to. All right, so
Southampton are putting him back.
Obviously,
United.
these questions are for JJ, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah,
can...
got that.
yeah, the new one. So United, top 4 in the league right now. I don't know after
Still
tonight's result, I
second.
don't know where they'll be. But
Yeah.
okay, still second. Yeah, Arsenal dominated them, but I mean, position-wise they did, but shots and goals, nothing really there. Why? What's happened in the last 2 games?
I just think that we're playing in such a way that I think there's a bit of a disconnect when we transition from defence into attack. Like you've got 2 midfielders
I rate that.
Yeah.
standing in front of the back 4, and then you've got Bruno right up against Cavani,
Yeah.
and then 2 wingers who want it to their feet. And then McTominay and Fred, they can't
Yeah.
really pass a ball, can they?
I also think Man United they've got quite lazy. Like the display the other night when they lost to Chef, Matic walking to the ball,
No.
and so many gaps open when they're defending as well. So many gaps open
They're
against
getting-
Sheffield.
Look at when they was
Thank you.
attacking for the second goal.
Yeah.
How much space there was in that Man United
My
box
God.
for the Sheffield United players just to run in.
That was ridiculous.
They do look
Basically, watch them
knackered.
attack
They
instead
do.
of actually tell them to attack.
They look
Just
knackered.
because Ollie doesn't change anything. It doesn't give players
Yeah.
rest. Doesn't start other players.
Oh.
He goes for the same team week in, week out.
He doesn't substitute players. He waits until like the 80th minute to substitute Van der Beek and someone else on. And what can they do in 10 minutes? He's always on about,
Nothing.
he once said, you need half an hour to make an impact in the games. And he gives them like 10 minutes against this low block side. If he put him on for half an hour before the second Sheffield goal, I think it's a different game.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
With that being said, Manchester United lie second with 41 points, 3 points behind City, of course. City have a game in hand. Obviously, Leicester, Liverpool, and West Ham all have a game in hand in front of Man United. So do most of the league. Yeah, it's not looking great for United.
Not really, no, but
Whoever wins
Yeah.
tomorrow out of West Ham and Liverpool have the chance to go fourth. Liverpool do have the chance to go third
I'm not stressed over it.
above Leicester.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Leicester win tomorrow.
I think
Leicester
Ollie's
second.
feeling
Yeah.
pressure a little bit.
Yeah, well, he always reverts
He
to
is.
the defensive tactics in the big
I think
games.
it's massive look as well, especially like Roy Keane as well. He's massively in it, and that statement what Wayne Rooney made as well. Oh, Man United will win the league. He's putting too much pressure on Ollie, and I
Definitely.
think he's just crumbling.
Yeah, well,
Anyway, back to you, Art. Next question.
Right, you mentioned Van der Beek. Was he worth the buy? Did you really need him?
Ollie always talks about Van der Beek eventually coming good, and I believe that he will, but I just think that if he's not going to use the player, what's he doing here? He's wasting his time, but he might be like a Fred, and he might come good within a season or a season and a half. But at the same time, is that a bit of a waste of his time, though?
See, I see where you're going.
I don't see where it's fit in the system, though.
However, I really do think, like, if you actually watch Donny van der Beek, he's sort of a playmaker.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
really likes
exactly.
to pass the ball and put it into good spaces. I already think Donny van der Beek can easily get into that starting squad.
Good.
Easily.
I'm gonna throw a point.
Mene's
yeah.
place.
When
Good job.
Liverpool first signed Fabinho, it took him 6 months to get put into the Liverpool team. And now
Yeah.
he's seen as one of the best DMs in football.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
he's
think he'll
quality.
be fine.
I just don't see where Van der Beek will fit because he's more of like a balanced midfielder. They can do both.
Yeah.
But, like you've got
He can play as a
Pogba,
6 and
It's like
8 or a
Pogba
10.
Fernandes.
He's like a
So
Pogba, back to
I
back.
think he'll have a spot, but I don't think he'll get Bruno's spot, even if that is his
I think
position.
I think Ollie's
Don't know.
scared of dropping his big star players to try and
Oh,
fit him in.
He
He's
is.
got his-
He is.
Yeah.
I don't think he
Try
wants
out
Bruno
some
or
signs.
Pogba to leave, and I think the only
Yeah.
way he's keeping them from leaving is playtime. and that's affecting Donny van de Beek because I think we all know in here how actually good and underrated Donny van de Beek is, and I generally
He's
think
got, he's got his
Look at-
favourites and
yeah.
his players he tends to win good games.
Look at him at Ajax when they went on that incredible Champions League run. He was an integral part of that team.
Got
Yeah,
a few
he's one of
nice
their best
goals
players.
Realised
He
United.
was one of their best players.
against
Yeah, he did.
against
He did,
Tottenham and Chelsea. I can remember off the top of my head.
yeah,
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
yeah. It was a tidy finish he made against Chelsea as well.
Quality player.
Didn't have much time.
And
Yeah. Anyway, back to you, Alex.
Yeah. Recently in the media, Charlie Austin said that in 2017 in the summer, United chose Lindelof over Van Dijk.
oh god,
So I was wondering at the time, why was Lindelof a better
I
fit?
don't know. That's a good question.
Well, now it's stupid, but I think at the time there
I
must have been
just
someone
think
that
that-
picked him.
Yeah, something must have
Van
been
Dijk
shown.
It was Jose Mourinho, though, wasn't it?
He's just a Mourinho
It was,
player.
yeah.
I think Mourinho just liked him, and I think Van Dijk was just looking to make that step up. Like people were still doubting him. Some people were calling him like a Dutch Chris Smalling or something ridiculous like that. So people had their
Yeah.
doubts or reservations about Van Dijk, but he's a mad player. Him, Van Dijk. We just went.
Yeah.
Best centre back in the world.
We just went with Lindelof. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Hard to take now. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes in the Premier League, 20 games played, 11 goals, 8 assists. He's transformed Man United
You are correct.
since he joined last year. Just how much
Well,
has
he's changed everything from a mentality change to how we play on the pitch. Obviously, he's got a lot more ability than what Pereira had, and he just elevates everyone around him. It's like when you're in a class and the bad teacher goes and you get a good teacher in return, all the students improve. That's kind of like the impact of Bruno. He's like the unofficial captain of the team.
I think he will be one day.
Should be
Proper
captain.
captain.
Yeah,
He just
Yeah.
he gives them a different option as well. Like what they didn't have, what they was lacking.
Playmaker.
Yeah, Pereira couldn't do anything that Bruno does.
Bloody Pereira.
Nothing.
Oh, Pereira was useless.
I still cannot believe the logic behind signing Juan Mata. That still blinds me
I don't know.
to
I
this
think they
day.
signed him because at the time he was one of the best cams in the league. He got Chelsea's Player of the Year 2 seasons in a row.
Got benched by Mourinho.
He was great.
And what he
So
offered
you-
to that Chelsea team, I
looking
think
for a way
United
out.
thought they was going to get the same player.
Yeah.
But as he's got older, his legs have gone. He can't do all
he's
the running that he was
not the same
doing when he
player.
was younger.
Well, I'd let him go, baby.
Yeah.
Take up a spot on the bench that could go to someone like Diallo or another talented player.
Oh, Diallo he was great today. Did you
Yeah,
see,
no. Panaka penalty.
yeah, he scored 2 against Liverpool.
I think
6-3
he's
win.
going to get his chance soon.
Already making a good impact.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I hope he does. He's a great player. But speaking of signings, if you could still get Jadon Sancho,
Yeah.
like let's say summer, would you be able to win? Would you be able to beat
No,
proper title?
I don't
with
think
Chelsea?
so.
Not 100%.
Like, would you?
No,
Really?
I
yeah,
just,
would you be up
I don't
Really?
really
there?
trust
Oh, okay.
these players enough. I think we need 2 or 3 decent players with decent mentalities to truly push it.
I still
over
think-
that
Yeah.
In my opinion, I still think Manchester United need a world class centre
Definitely.
back to partner Maguire.
That is
And I think they
it's jointed sometimes.
I think
that's what will cost them this year. Their attack is great, but that defense is shaky.
Well, the board, they don't want to do it now. They want to wait until the summer,
Yeah,
but I
but-
don't know why. When we've got a big opportunity to do something we haven't done in years.
You know what, though?
Just second. You got second about 3 years ago, and that's as far as you come to the title.
I really, really do think Manchester United should go out and get 2 key signings, and I think that this would generally make them proper title challenges. I think it's
a bit late now.
Koulibaly, and I think it's Sancho. If
No, not Koulibaly. I think over Koulibaly, maybe.
I think we can
I
get
think Doyo
Sancho, though.
Upamecano. Young.
He's only got
Potential.
you've got a 40 million release fee. I don't know why no one
What?
snatched him up yet.
Exactly.
Why
Doyo
Liverpool
Upamecano,
haven't paid that, I will never know.
Innit? Such a good centre back.
40 million as well.
Here,
For it.
Muki,
Young.
like Kanate.
Kunde.
Any of
Kunde's a
them.
good
They're all
centre back.
good.
I like him.
yeah,
Kunde. Pau Torres. Just someone. Young potential. Can bring him somewhere in.
I mean,
Well, bring
even
him in.
Mukiele from Leipzig can do a job in centre
Yeah,
back.
well, exactly.
Yeah.
But the board don't want to put the money on the table.
James Tarkowski.
Tarkowski's gonna be a class signing.
Tarkowski is good.
You know what?
The
The
Benzema,
Lewis
he
Dunk
is
is a good
good.
centre back. Although to be fair, if
Yeah.
it did have Lewis Dunk and Maguire
Lewis
at the
Dunk.
back,
Yeah.
I think everyone.
They don't.
Dunk and Tarkowski are
There's
good,
no
but
They don't
Yeah.
complement
would
each other
they
very
do
well.
any good at a big side?
I think they would.
I know.
Well, they always say the big players turn up in the
I know,
big
but
games.
a team, it's painful as to admit, a team as prestigious as
Never been a big player.
Manchester United want to go for more than a Tarkowski or Lewis Dunk. They want
Yeah.
to be going for the
True.
Koulibalys, the Upamecano's, the
No,
Van Dijks, players like that. But the problem is,
Yeah, but will a
problem
big
is there's
name
not
change
many
a-
around.
would a big name change a big,
We
a
need
big
someone who will
problem?
complement Maguire, though.
There isn't.
With
That's
something
true.
with someone who has the strengths of Maguire's weaknesses, if that makes sense. Someone who's quick and can sweep up
Oh,
for
definitely.
Maguire.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
You're consistently good.
I feel like though, yeah, with United, your expectations are the big names, but is a
Well,
big
no,
name
and
going to
it's
solve a
been
big
proven
problem?
in the last
Well-
7 years.
No, I think just
Plenty of signings have flopped.
Like they could go for someone so small you wouldn't expect it
You-
and become such a
I'm
big
not gonna
impact
lie.
on the defence.
I really do think Joe Roden could do a better job than Lindelof.
Gee,
Yeah,
Jay-
Joe Roden at Liverpool.
the last
His
7
Liverpool
years
was very good.
signings, if you look at them signings they made, some of them was old and past it.
Yeah.
Falcao, Schweinsteiger.
He's just-
Schweinsteiger.
Schweinsteiger won't
I-
they weren't going to change
I think
Cavani.
Ed Woodward likes a big name signing, really. So he just pulls his name out the house saying, "Oh,
Of course he
the
does.
fans will like this," and then
yeah, he brought Van der Beek for no reason. That's not Solskjaer signing.
And then
That's
Ollie just said, like-
Wood signing.
And I don't think
You want-
big players want to go
Because
to
clearly-
United.
he wanted
Because
to be this in Sancho.
Do players really want to play under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when they can play under people like Pep Guardiola, Klopp, Thomas Tuchel now at Chelsea?
Zidane.
Sancho does.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but everyone's looking like, can I be the person that changes United?
Oh.
So that's why I'd say you'd go there because United need
Yeah,
to get back to where they
yeah.
used to be. So, like,
Yeah,
can
I
you be that
agree with
person to do it?
Another thing as well. Obviously, we're talking about Manchester United's defensive issues. In the top 10, which is Chelsea, Arsenal, Villa, Everton, Spurs, West Ham, Liverpool, Leicester, and obviously United themselves and City,
Manchester.
they actually have the most goals
But
conceded
that's not a
in top
surprise.
10.
We go 1-0 down every game. Comeback FC is not sustainable. Like, we need to get this into the fans' head. Stop with the comeback
Comeback
FC
FC.
nonsense. We cannot sustain this for the rest of the season. It's just infuriating to watch.
However, on the other end of things, like Reece said, to back Reece's statement up of them having a good attack, United are joint second with most goals in the league this
I
season.
reckon we-
Scored. They've scored 37
Yeah, that
goals.
proves it then.
We could-
The attack to their defence is
Mainly
yeah,
thanks to the Leeds
it
game,
di-
really,
it
because
differentiates.
we only win games by like 1 goal for like the last few games, ever since the Leeds game.
Yeah.
definitely.
So we make it harder than what it needs to be, really. We're going
And I
1-0
think,
down every game.
take into consideration that they've got the worst goals conceded in the top 10, they did concede 6 to Tottenham. So
Spurs, yeah.
that puts a big
Who
thing on it.
concedes 6 to Spurs? Come on now.
Yeah.
Not
Not
even
many
the
teams do. Not even
fucking
Marine
League Two
did.
teams do that.
Not even Marine. Not even Marine.
I thought that was some sort
That's
of
a
fisherman thing, Marine. What's Marine?
Actually, funny you say that, Reece, because if you do actually take away those 6 goals that did concede, they actually become Arsenal have conceded 20 goals this season. Tottenham have conceded 20 goals this season. Man City have conceded 13. And
Man City
would
don't concede that
have
much.
conceded 21, so they would have actually been the 3rd team that have conceded the least if it weren't for that
Or
Tottenham
we
game.
can just take 6 goals off the goals we scored,
Yeah.
then it doesn't look as good then. Because the Leeds game,
Yeah.
they came at us and played into our hands, really.
Anyway, Alex, next question.
Right. I don't have any questions left. I'm just saying. We've only got one more left for it.
Go for it.
That's
How long will it
For me
take
to think United
for
will
you
win
to
the
think
league,
United will win the league?
I think a couple
when
years,
you think we'll
really.
get back to being
If we
champions?
sign the right players, like if Ollie asks Ed for Sancho and he gives him someone else, like that's a bit useless then, isn't it? Because it's not what he wants. Like if he gets the players that he wants to, like build a team around, then I don't see why not in like a year or two, why we can't at least mount a decent challenge. So that answers your question.
I do actually have one question
right.
linking to that though. Just before,
Go on, then.
is Ollie the right man for the project to win them a league title?
I don't know.
You can take them
I
far.
want to go into
take
depth
over.
with this.
Ollie's
I
a
like to have a
bit
solid
suspect
answer.
to me. Like a lot of things he does, it's just infuriating. Like clearly, McTominay is not okay. So, what do? I keep him on for 35 minutes. I'll give him this pill calicky. He'll be okay. But then he just doesn't. I think he's just he's a bit stubborn. I think, and he does like other stuff. Like I don't have the answers at the moment, but he does other stuff that's just like. It's just like not really very useful.
Yeah, I have a proper in-depth answer for that question, Reece, and I'm gonna say he has a lot to learn.
Of course he
I
does.
think with Solskjaer, he still doesn't quite understand the mechanics of being a coach manager. You know, he was a good striker, not incredible, good. At a push, and I think he has regular meetings with Ferguson as well. So you've got to remember, Ferguson does actually have quite a big impact on some of the decisions Ollie makes. And I think with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think in a couple of years' time, if United let him get experience there, I think he could become a manager. I just think he lacks a bit of charisma.
Yeah. I think the problem is, this is the first big team he's been at. If you look at the other 2 teams he was at before this, he was at Cardiff, who he actually got relegated, and then he was at Molde before that. So he hasn't been anywhere big where he's got to have things like fighting for Europe, fighting to win a league
He's learning
title.
on the job then, is he? Isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah,
I think that's what Frank Lampard was doing as well, going to what we were talking about Chelsea earlier. He had one job before.
Yeah.
And I think he took that Chelsea job because, it's his club. He's Mr. Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think that's why Solskjaer took the Man United
I think as well.
Because that's like a dream.
He did say he wanted the United job when he was at Molde. He's like, but I think he's too. He sees clubs as appointing like their clubs like icons, like players who used to be sick. Now they want to be manager, take them in like Lampard, Arteta, Solskjaer. He needs to employ like a top quality manager.
Obviously,
to go win the league.
But do you want to know something now? I was listening to something earlier, and it was actually true. Solskjaer has been through a rougher period than what Lampard did, and Lampard got sacked.
Yeah, I saw that. 9 games. He got like.
Let's not forget, Ollie nearly got the sack until he beat Everton and went on that run.
2 months.
No, he's nearly had the sack twice.
The thing with Ollie whenever it gets close to Luck being sacked, he pulls out a result, and then they go on this run where they pick up a load of points.
I just hope that we
Look at
haven't started the downward spiral.
Last season, the first half, there was nowhere near getting into the top four. They finished the league in third.
Thanks, Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lord Lingard.
I'm Lingard.
His presence
Yeah,
rated
and that
everyone.
was with only
Yeah,
bringing in
don't forget
God.
Lingard.
Fernandes. So
Don't forget Phil Jones, the god. In his pink boots. Falling down the stairs and getting injured in
We're going to
lockdown.
move on to. Yeah.
All right.
Right, lads. We're going to move on to
Ah,
Newcastle now.
Whoa!
With, an
Big
absolute
change-up.
blinder of a result against Everton today. Well, this is the date this podcast is being recorded on anyway. Everton lost 2-0 at home to Newcastle. Callum Wilson.
Yep. Nope. Callum Wilson.
Um,
Yep.
Speaking of Callum Wilson, this season he's made 19 appearances in the Premier League for Newcastle, so that's 19 out of 20. He's got 10 goals, which isn't awful. He's got 4 assists. That's 14 goal contributions out of 19 games.
It's good for a 20 million. It's good for a 20
It
million
is.
signing.
That is good.
Half a Joel Linton.
Yeah.
Wait, where?
I still got Joel Linton.
However,
Yeah.
Newcastle's
Which I fucking
record
got we had
when
them.
Wilson's played is he's had 6 wins, he's had 9 losses, and he's the rest have been draws. So he's had 4 draws when he's played, and obviously he has the most goal contributions this season for the club as a whole.
Yeah.
And he's had 36 shots in total, and he scored 10.
bloody Burnley.
Okay, yeah. That's true, yeah. I've done
Yeah.
that.
What is your opinion on that?
Well, my opinion is he's our key player. Every man's looking for him because he knows he can shoot and he can score. So he's getting the most chances on the
Yeah.
pitch when he plays.
Okay,
He's the key player for us.
he is a key player.
When Max Minnan played, he legit is our best
Yeah.
player.
Right. Next question, and Reese, JJ, and Alex, you can
Okay.
answer this as well. So after Owen does.
yeah,
Is the 5 at the back formation working for Newcastle?
No.
No, of course it's not. We played the first half 5 at the back, did fuck all. Brought into like a 4-3-3, 4-1-2-1-2, 1-2-0. It changed the back because we've got less players at the back, more attacking, more like midfield wise. There's more players pushing on than there is at the back now.
Yeah.
We've got too many in the back. We're not winning games because we've got too many players sat back and it's not working. Our defense is known to be a disaster.
Yeah.
Our defense is a disaster. It's a disaster to happen. It just ain't a defense you want to be seen in the league.
Okay.
So no, of course it's not working. Fire back never worked for us ever.
Right. Okay. Do you think Newcastle can avoid relegation this season?
If we carry on how we played today and have a bit of motivation, goal scored, goal chances created, then yeah, of course we can.
Okay.
If we played how we've played in our last 11 games, which losses and draws, no, we're relegated on the spot. I've said it, we'll get relegated, but hopefully today's a change.
Okay.
If it doesn't, it changes now.
What would you say as a genuine through and through Newcastle fan, such as yourself, Owen?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What would you say is Newcastle's goal this season? Like position-wise,
Goal of the season.
it's got to be to avoid relegation, surely.
I'll say I think at highest we look at is about 12th, 13th. Not top 10 because we'll never get that far. I think 11th will be an amazing achievement. 12th, 13th is like, with the team we've got and the players we have, that's an achievement you want to be seeing. 12th, 13th, maybe 14th at a push. I want to be seeing around that position. 15th, it's like, good season, but 16th, 17th and below, no. It ain't a good result. It ain't good at Newcastle. Like, we've had better results than.
I've got a question. Did you prefer it when Benitez was there, or do you think Steve Bruce is doing all right?
No. We need to replace Bruce with Benitez still anyway, even if we've just won that game now. Benitez needs to come back in. He's tactical. He knows how to play a game. He knows what to do in a game of football. And he's got better tactics than what Rafa is. It's better than Bruce. He's not always fighting the back five, the back. It's a big team. It's all right. Play 4-3-3 or something, but put pressure every player you've got. 2-on-1 player, and let them like pressure themselves. Not go all play out the back and just pack the bus all game. Because you shouldn't aim for a draw every
I think
game.
the Newcastle team misses Benitez's man management as well. How he is with players.
Of course he does. Because a good draw every game won't get you a guaranteed promotion. You can still get you relegated even if you carry on. People could still win games.
Definitely. And
You can still get
Speaking of
relegated.
Steve Bruce, do you think
every game needs to be a win?
Do you think Steve Bruce needs to go?
Yes. I've said this since the chef game. He needs to go. We'll never sack him. We won't sack him because he's a yes man. Always say yes to Ashley. We'll never get him. We'll never get rid of him. Now this win here today, Ashley's looking all right. Bruce has won a game now. We'll keep him for about another 5 fucking years. Sack him on the spot. Next game, if we lose it, we sack him. But we won't.
Who would you replace him with?
Benitez, Howe, or Claudio Ranieri. Or Shearer.
I think Eddie Howe would be a great.
See, I said
Shearer
this
was a club legend.
today. Eddie Howe, honestly.
Eddie Howe would do good there. You won't get Benitez back because of his relationship with Mike Ashley.
We could get Ranieri though. Ranieri is a good manager.
Is it? Yeah, he knows how to keep the team up. He kept Leicester up the year before they won it, didn't they?
I feel like Ranieri would be a good one. I like Ranieri would be a nice one to get. But Howe is the main priority, I think.
I'd say Eddie Howe any day.
Oh, even if Eddie Howe goes to Celtic, bring in like I think it's Neil Lennon. Bring their manager in. Take Neil Lennon. He can win a league with someone.
I think you should get Eddie Howe because he actually knows some of them Newcastle players as well. He worked with Wilson. He worked with Fraser.
Yeah, but it's his relationship with Fraser. Fraser doesn't really want to be playing at the club. He's not going to be happy with him there, is he? If he does it again. Will he want to be with Fraser again after what he did to Bournemouth when they'll get relegated? He literally left the club. So he wouldn't play. Wilson would play with him.
Speaking of that, Owen,
definitely.
Do you think Newcastle need more squad depth?
Yes.
Okay. In what areas?
You don't really spend though, do you?
Attack, I think we're all right with. Really, Joelinton, he's on and off. Joelinton. Wilson, keep him. Maximin, hopefully, can keep him. Amron, decent, but defense-wise, our best centre back is legit Jamal Lascelles, and then the rest of it's a disaster. Clark, Fernandez, Dummett, like none of them are good centre backs. Jamal Lewis is.
Oh, that was actually quite funny as well. I was looking at the stats earlier. Fernandez he's made the most tackles this season.
You can tell Newcastle are missing Fernandez.
The years of
when him and Lascelles are together, they look really good.
Lascelles is good though. Yeah, him and Lascelles are good. Fabian Schär needs to be sold. He is shit. He's dog shit. I don't like him. I've liked him in the first side. He was a good player about, but now this year and last year, just injury prone, can't defend, doesn't help with defense.
Isn't the answer to that, is it?
No, he's too busy up the pitch. He's a midfielder. He's basically a centre mid CDM.
I thought you wanted him.
Shut up! We're not getting Phil Jones. Not signing Phil Jones. Yeah, no, I want Marcus Rojo.
Rojo's going to go to Boca. He won't stay in the league.
He will, but I like Rojo. Marcus Rojo is a good one. I like Marcus Rojo. But we won't. Yeah, but we need to sign defenders. So that's our main problem. Defenders. He's legit the biggest
problem. The problem is you've got an owner that's not willing to spend money.
Keeper's fine.
Yeah.
No, he's an idiot. I don't like him. Give us a sports direct himself.
There's a funny story that's been going on in the media at the minute. Ex-Everton coach Graham Jones has joined Newcastle.
He has, yeah. He has done that.
I bet he laughed his ass
He did.
After the victory today.
Looking at the pictures of him today, he's motivated them.
Yeah.
Cheering them on, clapping, hugged Wilson after the game. Bruce is sat there like a fat bastard doing fuck all. He's motivating our club. Give him the job, yeah. He can manage us. I'll tell you, Graham Jones, he looked good today. He's done something in training. Don't know what he's done, but he's done something in training to get us winning a game. Bloody hell. Don't know what he's done, but he's done something.
Yeah.
I think our main problem for the last 2 games is we're playing Isaac Hayden at CDM, right back and centre back. Shouldn't be playing right back. Never play him as a right back. Centre back, pushing in and off on that one. But right back, you should never play him. We have two fit right backs on the bench. You play fucking Isaac Hayden there. Never.
Yeah.
Isaac Hayden is a CDM. Him and Shelby should play centre mid together. Take out Jeff Hendrick. Play them two centre mid. They're good.
Right.
It's a good
And
midfielder.
to final question of the podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to go with who do you think is going to get relegated?
Chef, West Brom, and Brighton.
Okay, Alex, what about you?
Ooh. Sheffield United and Fulham.
What about you, Jude?
I'm not,
Yep.
I'm not sure. I think it's going to stay as it is. West Brom and Fulham.
So Fulham, West Brom, Fulham.
Okay. Rish?
What's he getting out of it?
Chef is a definite to go down. West Brom's a hard one to call because you've got Sam Allardyce. He's an expert of keeping teams up.
Allardyce.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that is true.
yeah,
Could be it, though.
West Brom. I think Fulham are going to survive. I think Brighton will take that last spot.
Yeah.
Fulham will survive to look really good
I can
against
see
the bigger
that,
teams.
That'd be
They've
class.
got a point.
Yeah, Deco David Reid.
Right.
Class.
I'm going to end it off with I think Sheffield United definitely are. I think Fulham will.
It's a definite that one.
And I think Brighton will. And I think Sam Allardyce, especially with that Ndia, or Ndaya, whatever you say it, the Senegal striker who signed for him today,
Yeah.
really do think he'll make a difference. So I reckon Sam Allardyce will do it again and keep West
Well,
Brom
he
up.
come off the bench and got the assist for the second goal, didn't he, today?
Yeah.
So
Oh, fair play.
Yeah.
I
Right, lad.
don't want there to be too much pressure on
All right.
him trying to do the whole job to keep him up.
Yeah.
Because if he's got to try and carry that team on his own, it won't happen. It won't work.
No.
Right then.
That's probably a good
That,
team.
that was a very enjoyable and fun podcast. Lasted basically an hour.
That's good.
I want to say thank you to you all
You are
individually
welcome.
for joining. Hopefully, we'll see you again.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
That's
cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it again. That'll be alright. Good to come on again.
Alex, is there anything you want to add?
Oh yeah, thanks for coming on. It was great. A lot of good ideas, a lot of good opinions. I think one of the best podcasts I've filmed
Lovely.
yet. And hopefully we can get you on,
Okay.
get you on again.
In the description, we might put if they want to, there are social links, the social media links to it. You know, if they want to, it's their choice.
I don't mind. If you want to link
Do
me,
the
you
thing.
can link me.
No,
I
That's
don't mind.
completely fine. Yeah. Anyway, again, thanks, lads. Thank you for
No problem.
participating. Again,
Well,
see you again.
Right.
And sure everybody
yeah.
on this video likes, and please leave a subscribe. That would be fantastic.